Libra, I am seeing a lot of passionate romance coming in for you this February, and it's not just because it's Valentine's Day. When I'm really looking at the stars here, I'm seeing a new and exciting relationship, or really finding the spark in a relationship you're already in. I also get the sense that many of you are going to be focused a lot on your health and wellness. Maybe you're taking better care of yourselves and figuring out what routines and health regimes work for you. If you're excited for this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive, you can book a personal reading or distance Reiki session with me using the link in the description of this video. You can also find links for all of my official social media accounts. I'm only able to put out these videos with all of your continued love and support, so thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I am so excited to see what we have in store for you this February. The first card coming out for you, Libra, is actually this Wheel of Fortune, which is very exciting because it does indicate that there is a major shift in a cycle for you. This is actually coming in as a past influence, and this makes a great deal of sense to me. We actually had Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation, finally move out of the sign of Capricorn and into Aquarius, where it's actually going to be for the next 20 years. Pluto has been giving you a lot of pretty challenging cycles and lessons, particularly regarding family, home, your childhood. Maybe there's been a lot of inner child work or ancestral healing. You've kind of just been going through it. And honestly, when I'm looking at the astrology for you this February, it feels like there's something new and exciting here, something that's really firing you up. And I think some of you already started to feel that maybe in January here. And when I'm really looking at this new cycle, it seems like there is just this turning of a chapter. And I'm really getting like, it feels like it's just finally your time to enjoy something. It feels like you're really coming out of a difficult or tumultuous cycle, and it feels like things have been kind of out of control for you. And yes, there is this new lease on life energy with the Fool. I'm really seeing just this dynamic, exciting energy, and when I actually see the Seven of Cups here as well, it feels like things have been a little confusing for you. Maybe some of you have just felt like you have been kind of walking through a fog, or really trying to feel your way through a situation, and it's felt very twisty-turny. Things didn't go the way that you thought they would, and now it feels like something has just cleared very suddenly, and there's this sense of possibility that I'm actually getting with the Seven of Cups as well. It feels like more things are just possible. I'm curious to hear if that is making sense for you in the comments below. And, you know, these are general readings, so not all of the messages that come forward are meant for you specifically. So just kind of use your intuition and discernment there. But I really feel like, I don't know, this February feels really different. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, new stability, some money coming in maybe. It feels like there is just this investment of something, or like a commitment coming in. Actually, what is this Ace of Pentacles about? It's the new lease on life. I don't even need to pull a card for that. It just came very clearly. This is a new chapter. And it's kind of just the message over and over and over again. And like, some of you feel like you can't trust in this because maybe you've heard this before. Maybe you thought you were in a new cycle before and it ended up kind of repeating an old pattern. Something feels different this time. It really does. And I get the sense that there is something that is coming into your life that is lasting. There is a lasting stability, or something that is just more straightforward. Wow. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like some of you are working on something or really looking forward to something that you are putting out into the world. It feels like you've been putting in a lot of hard work and a lot of energy, and something is finally coming back to you. It feels like a lot of you have been manifesting things for a very long time, and you've really been changing your life to make yourself a match, to really achieve and realize your dreams. And it feels like your hard work is starting to pay off here. And I think with the full moon in Virgo on the 24th, this is a really good indication of something changing for your mental health, something kind of shifting for you spiritually. So really pay attention to that period in time. There could be something very important happening that's kind of like a lot of different things coming through. We do also have a lot of energy moving through the sign of Pisces. And so again, whatever it is that you've been working towards, because Pisces for you represents your routines, your health, and kind of your day-to-day labor. And it feels like something is really coming into focus for you. There's something really exciting on the horizon. And it feels like you are just really passionate about something that you are working on. And I suspect that for a lot of you, this is creative in nature, or just something that you are very passionate about. Interesting. We have the Hermit in reverse. A lot of you are coming out of hermit mode or isolation. It feels like, again, you've kind of just been in a really challenging cycle where there's been a lot of really intense soul searching, and now you've integrated wisdom and you are ready to come back to the world and share it. And again, thinking of this Virgo energy with the Hermit here as well. This is a really spiritual time, and it feels like there's a karmic release. That's really just the best way I could think of it. It's like there is some sort of pattern or dysfunction in your life that is resolving, and it feels very tied to this Libra full moon because it is a very healing full moon. It's a lot about purification. And it's happening in a very spiritual part of your chart, your 12th house, your subconscious, the unseen for you. There are things that are becoming clear. You have had to reconnect with your inner light. And you are now ready to return in some way. Tell us more here. Tell us more about what is going on for Libra. I really do want to see what's going on for you in relationships. We do have the Empress, which is actually your energy. It is Venus. It feels like there is a lot of attention on you, and I think as you're just feeling good or looking forward to things, it's turning some heads. And I'm also hearing from Spirit that a lot of you have been taking better care of yourself. You've been, really taking care of your health, maybe going to the gym more, eating healthier, and it's really paying off. And you just have this glow. And I think more than trying to cultivate or aim for a certain look or aesthetic, it's about cultivating that glow. That should be the goal for your wellness journey. It's about feeling good. And when you feel good, you draw in this energy. I'm loving to see this so far. Tell us more about this Empress energy. Tell us more about relationships for Libra. We have the Knight of Cups, very romantic, beautiful energy here. I feel like there is just this very sensual, romantic, dreamy energy. And this is making sense because we have Pluto that just entered into your astrological 5th house of dating and creativity and passion. And it's actually going to be there for the next 20 years. So you are coming into a new era. And we have Mercury coming into contact with Pluto in Aquarius on the 5th. And this is really indicating maybe some sort of conversation or message or some sort of interaction that is sparking a very profound Pluto transformation. And it feels like there is this rebirth that is happening. And I'm loving this energy. We also have Mars and your ruling planet Venus, the planet of love and beauty, coming together also with Pluto between the 14th and the 17th. So right around Valentine's Day, again, it feels like that's just a really good time for you and your love life. It's a really good time to manifest relationships, and also on the 9th for you, because that's the new moon in Aquarius. That could be representing new beginnings in romance or creativity for you. And I mean, honestly, like, creative and sexual energy are very similar. And I feel like for some of you, this could still be about creativity. The Empress is very fertile. She's very creative. The Knight of Cups is someone who really flows and has this creativity, has this romance. And it's almost like, when you're just in this relationship, there can be all of this creativity. It's like poetry and music. It's like that kind of vibe. Like, there is a really, like, beautiful thing happening for you, Libra. Tell us more. Oh my God, Ace of Wands. There is just so much chemistry and spark here too. I'm just saying, like, it feels like you are just really connecting with someone. There's a lot of magnetism with you and another person. It's all here. I mean, honestly, like, I don't even think we need to pull more cards for that, because it's pretty straightforward. We already know what's coming with the astrology, and this just feels like the confirmation here. So I'm kind of curious what this other thing that you've been working towards or working on, what this is about. What's going on for Libra, kind of in the day-to-day life? What is going on for purpose, for career? Wow. Yep. I mean, also kind of what we've been talking about, Seven of Pentacles. You've really put in a lot of work, and there is a harvest that is coming in. You are becoming more stable. And while there is still work ahead of you, it feels like you are enjoying the process. You are falling in love with the process and, like, falling in love with life, really. And you're really taking stock of things. What else do we have? We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. I feel like a lot of you are getting out of kind of a very cerebral or heady energy. Maybe that's part of the shift that you've been going through. Maybe you've just been very in your head, and it feels like you're finally living. You finally come alive, and it just feels so sudden and random. I want to see what... Interesting. Three of Swords in reverse. It feels like a lot of you have been stuck maybe in an old relationship, or just kind of ruminating on things, or thinking about relationships, or just some sort of heartbreak, grief, or even betrayal. And you're finally cutting yourself free. You're finally getting out of a healing cycle, and you're opening yourself up, because the Empress is someone who's very open and receptive to the world. This is including love, but it's also just including abundance, receiving. I feel like there is a big message about you receiving something, Libra. And I want to actually clarify this Ace of Pentacles, because this kind of feels like the piece I really am trying to hone in on here. What does this Ace of Pentacles represent? It represents the Magician. There is something that you've been manifesting, and it's finally coming in, and you can trust in this manifestation. There is a new beginning, maybe a new job for some of you as well. Maybe there was something that was kind of coming in. Oh gee, when was that Cancer full moon? That was actually in December. Maybe there was something that has kind of shifted since then. I feel like there's just this stability or new beginning that you've been calling in, Libra, for some time. Oh, I know what this is. We have Jupiter and Uranus being very activated in your astrological 8th house of investments and transformations. It feels like there is something that is finally coming in, and you are also investing in your future. There is something that is coming back to you. I feel like a lot of you, honestly, are manifesting a job, even if that's not necessarily super clear in the astrology, or just some sort of raise. There's some sort of increase in abundance or overall stability. And like, a lot of things are working out for you. What is something that Libra should be looking out for? Anything that may be a challenge that we can work through? I want to give you something to work on, Libra. What do we have? Interesting. We do have Justice, which is actually your card, and this is all about balance. It feels like the challenge for you this month is finding equilibrium and a new balance in your life, especially if things have been very extreme. And even in kind of this exciting energy, it's important that you don't get too thrown off or get too swept up in this. Definitely maintain some level of composure here, and don't lose yourself either, because you are the Justice energy. This is a card that signifies your energy. And so it's telling me that it's important for you to stay grounded in yourself and to stay true to yourself. And that might be a challenge. Maybe even speaking up for things that are important to you. There's a lot of cause and effect this month as well. Anything else that Libra should be aware of? King of Swords. Wild. This is also your indicator card. It can be any air sign, but it's most specifically Libra energy because the Queen is cardinal and the sword is air. You're the cardinal air sign. Wow. You can have yourself and another person too. And in fact, you can only be in a relationship with someone so much as you are being true and authentic to yourself. You don't have to give up parts of yourself. Otherwise, you're not really in a relationship. You're not in an authentic connection. And that's just coming in as kind of a reminder here, because maybe there's been some sort of pattern or belief system that's been changing. And I think, again, that full moon in Virgo on the 24th is a really good time to shift up some subconscious beliefs or to let go of limiting beliefs. I just feel like you're a lot freer and honestly a lot clearer. There's a lot more clarity for you, and you might even be a little too pointed with people at times. That could also be something to look out for. But honestly, like, I'm really not getting anything that feels super alarming to me. This month feels really, really exciting. I do want to pull an animal card for you as well. I really like to think of these as energies for you to embody in the month of February. So what is the energy for Libra to embody this February? Show us clearly, please. We have the crocodile. Very interesting, because this is kind of an energy of waiting and seeing and biding your time. And it's almost like playing hard to get a little bit, because the crocodile is kind of observing things from beneath the surface. I actually feel like someone has been watching you for some time or has had eyes for you and maybe is just making that known. That could potentially be something here for you as well. But overall, there's this energy of kind of like waiting for something to come to you, and that's very Empress energy, and it's kind of an interesting take with the crocodile here. Any other energies for Libra to embody? We have the gazelle, also very Empress, very beautiful energy. And the gazelle is someone who really likes to surround themselves with beautiful things and really take care of themselves. There's a lot of sensitivity with this card, which can sometimes border onto the hypersensitive. You might be very intuitive this month and very connected to other people's energies. And so it's important that you are grounded and taking care of yourself. And it's interesting, Libra, because I feel like, again, it's like you don't feel like you can trust yourself, really. That feels like maybe some sort of snag for you this month. Otherwise, things look really good. So don't be looking out for threats. Don't be looking out for problems. Stay aware. Be grounded. Definitely be this Justice card. But you don't need to be, like, in a state of terror or distrust. It's kind of about finding this calm. And I think really just looking at this energy, looking at this face, there is a very centered energy. And it's like, I see you. I acknowledge you. It feels like maybe after something or someone being hidden, there's finally this eye-to-eye connection. Who is it that you are connecting with? I want to pull an animal card for them. Who is it that Libra is connecting with? Interesting. We have the lamb. This is kind of giving Taurus energy to me, or just someone who's very sweet. Tell me more about this person. I feel like there's just a lot of communication. Like, this is someone you could just listen to and talk to for hours. And again, like, this is obviously for people who are looking for relationships, but maybe this is just happening in a relationship you're in. Maybe there's just this really deep reconnection that's really beautiful. Like, I feel like there's just a lot of harmony. And I'm getting that with the gazelle. There's just a lot of peace. Even though it's passionate and exciting, it's also very calm and grounded at the same time. And that's actually usually a good sign. And this person is also someone who has a lot of depth, and maybe even depth that other people don't necessarily see. I'm feeling like something, again, coming to the surface. Interesting to kind of get these mirror sort of energies with the gazelle and lamb, and also the crocodile and whale. I feel like, honestly, there might be someone who you've kind of been looking at, and you've sort of been looking at each other, and there's just this really beautiful connection. And again, take that as it resonates. But I really feel like there's just something beautiful happening in relationships for you. So definitely let me know in the comments down below. Call it in, claim it. And even if it feels like nothing's going on, the new moon in Aquarius on the 9th is a good time to manifest a relationship or just some sort of passion in your life and really reconnect with those things. I feel like some of you are also connecting with art again as well. I just want to say that with the gazelle, and something with grace, beauty. I'm thinking like pottery, dance, something with form is actually something that's coming in, which is quite interesting. But anyways, Libra, I think that's everything. I'm noticing that the battery is just about dead here, so I'm going to call it for this month. I do hope that this was helpful and exciting. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe if you've made it this far. And always love to hear from you in the comments down below. Again, you can find all of my links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Libra, and have a happy and blessed February.